Welcome to Gamebreakers. My name's Thomas. I am here with Allison, Mario, and Will, and we are continuing our Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition game. A very, very deep side route quest deterrence from the Tomb of Annihilation, which hopefully you all survive long enough to complete.
That would be ideal.
But in order to do so, meanwhile, you have found yourself within the labyrinth of life, the lair of the god Ubtao, the primordial, who is the god of Chult, and probably should probably have something to say about all this stuff that's going on. In order to get there, first we zoom in to a moment in Ole's life as he is thrust through the. At this moment, you are at the point in time where you just barely discovered your first proficiency. What was the very first thing that you got a proficiency bonus with?
Go with the grappling.
So
We've
athletics.
already lived through it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Right. That's what you
we
do.
already saw how my birth went.
Alternately, or you with grappling, there also is base attack. You could get melee attack was your first proficiency. I'll let you pick.
Oh, definitely athletics.
Okay. Uh so this was probably not a passive discovery. What was the moment you realized you were really good at not getting pinned and at tossing people around?
Oh, remember that? Remember that other satyr that approached my tree?
Yep.
Yeah, it was in a little. I don't want to call it a fight. What would be something more playful, filled with mirth?
Uh, like like your toddlerhood, right? Or was that like
Yeah,
early childhood, 5 and 6? Okay. So it's the
yeah.
same kid later on in life as you're going through growth spurts and getting into your like, he's not faster, and more importantly he's not better at you than you at this moment. At least you hope so. Can I get a strength or dexterity check?
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, strength
Ooh,
or wisdom. Strength or wisdom.
hey. Oh, definitely going with strength. So
Okay.
that's an.
Pin you down to get a good shot on. Um,
Okay.
it doesn't end there though. This is I think is probably a rivalry that goes on for a few years in your childhood.
Mhm.
Uh,
Dexterity or charisma?
or charisma.
Okay, so 14.
Okay. Going to
So
uh with our stream, we will figure that the fuck out. But right now, I'm just gonna play the game. So that came out to all right. So you said that was dexterity, yes?
yes.
Okay. You end up spending a lot of time running, probably more than maybe you hoped, because while he never
Natured at this point. I got the tree.
right there's
I got the yeah, I've got the physical prowess to some extent now. I'll work on the
right
charisma later.
right you don't have to be cute if you're badass. So they keep each other sharp. Uh, um, can can I get a Constitution or Intelligence uh, check?
Yeah. Oh, did my stuff freeze?
Uh, no.
Oh, okay. 13.
Okay, it didn't come up on roll. Oh, you're not using Roll20. Is that Constitution or Intelligence?
Constitution.
Constitution. Okay. It stays mostly friendly. But one hot and you're not giving as good as you're getting at this point, but you're still in fine form.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what do you do? Are you going to kick his ass? Are you going to call? So at this point, you have your oratory moment, and
Mm-hmm.
the crowd of kids kind of like moving from having his back to sort of jeering his name. Uh, give me one more constitution, and when it then we will put on fast forward. Have already then decided to travel through the maze and rest up and pass their information back and forth, and we will fast forward to the moment when you were all taken into the next loop, where I will ask you at. Well, then I guess this may have sparked something in you.
It's like we
uh,
were building towards something here.
what was your first contact like? Did you then just like as you hit your prime start hitting the local fight circuit? Did you run away to the arena? How did that go?
Well, I mean, it's like any kid in high school drama who's like, wait a minute, I like when people clap for me. So yeah, we'll make it, whatever uh nascent entry point there is into the arena.
Okay. uh well, you are able to mostly through force of personality. You become a known name. There are no drinking laws in the Feywild, and it's probably not very long before you start showing up. Tell me about your very first fight. Who was your first opponent?
Trying to think about what creatures would be available in the Feywild, but
Broad assortment.
yeah.
The old timer. Okay. Um, so this old timer travel of technique that you are unprepared for, and just deconstructs you in about 45 seconds. But he does take a shine to you.
Mhm.
Right? You didn't embarrass yourself. Like he getting crushed by this old man. You still got a 15 silver purse.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
even when I'm losing, I'm winning.
right? You still put on a show. Well, probably 15 copper 15 for your first round. A lot more prestigious gigs. And it's at this point you begin. hobnobbing and rubbing elbows with higher level fae, with
Mhm.
actual like ranked archfey of some shape or dexterity.
Let's go with dexterity. Ah, 16.
So it's not long before.
Dexterity
Okay.
would be the case on that one. Yeah.
Um. You end up in a fight that also includes several mechanical and minor magic traps. You know,
Okay.
not non at that level of fame and prestige. Uh, you were left with some questions about your future, uh, and and during your recovery from that, our connection is fucked.